Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flip Thought Show. It's your host with the most, King Truth, Pause Bird, Benny Ball, want the word, want the flow. And we coming at you live on the 4th, man, 2:46. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Yeah, man, so we're going to be covering this story about 14 people killed outside a female Chicago rapper Mello Buckszzz album release party 2 days ago. And one of the people that was hit but did survive was NLMB Doo-Wop, Chief Keef and G Herbo's very close friends. So we're going to get right into this. Without further ado, we're going to get right into this. But before we do, go ahead and like, hit that share button, hit that comment, sub, hit that notification bell so I know y'all there so I can throw it to you when it's in the air, man. And check out the previous live, WAC 100 Exposed, LAPD officer. After this, we're going to do the 1090 Jake Exposed by Brian Blake, as well as the DDG versus Little Rodney beef going on. Or Young Rodney, I got to look at it. Yeah, so, and then after that, man, we're going to go over to the Rich Scammer Exposed video, as well as Spider Joke video. So yeah, man, we don't keep it coming for sure. But like I said, happy 4th to everybody, man. And hope everybody's staying cool on this hot day. And let's get into the content.
Mello Buckszzz album release party shot up, like severely shot up to the point where over 16 people were shot, like damn near 10 females were shot. 4 people were killed. All kind of people were shot. Man, this shit crazy. Doo-Wop, which is Capo brother, real close with Chief Keef, GBE affiliate. He was shot in the leg. You know, 3 people that we know so far checked out died.
We need more ambulances out here. We don't have nearly enough.
How many more ambulances are needed?
At least 2 or 3.
Video from the scene overnight shows the chaos as crews rushed to the wounded. This happened around 11 near a restaurant and lounge here on Chicago and Franklin. A violence interrupter who was at the scene says the victims were shot as they left an event hosted by a local rapper. Now, investigators say a dark sedan pulled up when at least one person inside pulled out a gun and started shooting into a crowd of people outside the restaurant and lounge. That's when police said the suspects drove off. First responders rushed to the scene and took the victims to multiple hospitals. People who live in the area say they heard several gunshots.
So, hasn't been that bad in a while.
Now, police are still investigating, but our source tells us investigators believe multiple shooters were involved back here live in River North at this hour. Chicago police also tell us they are still looking for suspects at this hour. Of course, as we learn more information throughout the morning, Tanya and Val will be sure to bring you the latest from River North. Back to you.
Christian, thank you. And of course, there is a heartbreaking scene at Northwestern Hospital where many of those victims were taken. Stephanie Wade has been talking to families there. Stephanie.
Tanya, it really is just absolutely heartbreaking here at the hospital right now, where police just gave updates on the condition of victims here to mourning family members. According to police, 9 people were taken here to Northwestern. That is half of the 18 victims in this shooting investigation. Others were taken to Stroger Hospital, Mount Sinai, as well as Illinois Masonic. One woman I spoke to tells me her daughter was shot in the chest. Her daughter's girlfriend was also shot and injured at a mixtape release event in River North last night. Video from the scene shows multiple victims being rushed to waiting ambulances.
Okay, it's somebody else died. We don't know them yet. But so far we got 3 people that died. One person is a member of No Limit. He passed away. A female passed away. A lot of people, it was all kind of shootings, man. Everybody was bleeding everywhere. This shit crazy because this one of the biggest mass shootings we done had with all these people checked out. So far we have 4. They say it could be up to 5, 6 people that got killed. That's crazy. Rapper Mello Buckszzz was doing the show. And I'm finna tell you, because there was some beef between these crews earlier. So hit the like button. Gold on this video, 1,000 likes. You know, a lot of people want to know, why would you have an album release party in Chicago when you know how Chicago is? Why you having anything that got the word party? We don't understand that. You know, and it was in the River North community, which is crazy as hell because that's known as a nice community. But I guess somebody got the low on them that No Limit in here having an album release party. It's crazy because earlier yesterday, one of their ops was killed. His name is Drills from 9-5. There's a lot of No Limit members dissing him, cracking jokes about him. You know, he had Big Op saying shit about him. He had the No Limit Shorty saying shit about him. Even he had Bloodhound saying shit about him, and they linked with No Limit too. Then later on that night, this big shooting happened. You know, it's a guy named Drills who was killed. People said he got killed going on the drill. You know, later on that night, this shooting happened in, you know, downtown. Now, I'm not saying it got nothing to do with that guy being killed, but it is coincidental that this guy earlier lost his life. All them No Limit people is in the comment section, laughing and cracking jokes about this guy dying. And then later on that night, this big shooting happened. You know, it's girls that got killed, men. Some people we didn't even know anything about this beef. They just there. Somebody shot the whole event up, man. Blood every motherfucker well. You know, this kind of feel like this the official start of summer. As crazy as it said, you know, some people wait on that groundhog to come out that water. We be waiting on the mass shooting and the motherfucker be like, yeah, that's summer here now. As crazy as that shit sound, man. I'm going to keep y'all updated on this because this story is going viral all around the world because, you know, gunmen got the shooting, man. The police said it was over 100-some bullets that struck up there. Multiple switches, all kind of shit. Blood everywhere. I'm not sure if they going to ever allow a motherfucker to come back downtown to do a show that got young black people in after what happened yesterday. Luckily, Mello Buckszzz survived. Luckily, Doo-Wop survived. But it's 4 people that died. You know, one of them is a well-known No Limit member, too, that we all know. I'm going to keep you updated on this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. But this wicked as hell. And a lot of people is pointing to that young man being killed earlier in the day.
There's hella police out here. They putting somebody in the ambulance right now.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify for Chase's new program where you could access up to 150.
Hey, tell that redhead who always following behind No Limit. You trolling, bitch, that ain't in your hood. But go check on them, though, you goofy ass little boy. You know, you want to be in comments and shit. You a bitch, little boy. Nigga, this either. I can't wait to catch him again. I'm beating his ass. Redhead bitch, get in the comments and tell the motherfucker, that ain't nothing, y'all. He was just drunk. All right, cool. That's cool.
That ain't nothing, y'all. Y'all was just off.
4 of yours was just drunk. Fuck them too.
We don't give a fuck about nothing.
Hey, tell that redhead bitch.
Drop no album, bitch. Keep that weak ass shit. Hey, weak ass cover art, bitch. All in Harrods with that weak ass shit, bitch. Keep that shit. Don't drop that weak ass album, bitch. Don't drop that weak ass album, bitch. You fucking up the music. We don't want to keep shaking. Nobody want to keep shaking our ass, bitch. Keep that shit. You ain't go legit, bitch. You ain't go legit. Nobody went legit except for you know who. Drop no album, bitch.
You sitting on the counter eating chicken trying to drop the album.
Hey, chill the fuck up, sonny. Niggas was just trolling. It's our turn, bitch.
Everybody got to switch.
It's our turn, bitch.
Everybody got to switch. Ain't nobody shoot back, though. There go them niggas. You sitting on the counter eating chicken trying to come out. My man's check, I ain't cry. Before them check, I ain't cry.
We held our breath.
Drill the fuck up, bitch. Hold your breath till you clap something.
What should we tell that little
folks? Hold your breath, bitch. My man's check. I ain't crap. Hey.
I got on Instagram, gang. I seen blood on everybody's story. All in the comments. They talking wow, big drills. You know what I'm saying? Big, drill the fuck up, sir. I got on Instagram, gang.
At Byberg Small Business Insurance, we cover all kinds of small businesses. Hi, Berkeley. Hey, Carla. I helped you get a quote for 20% less. Nancy, did you add a new policy? I did. Savings look good on you. Thanks. Ooh, this guy makes the best meatball subs.
Aw.
With Byberg Small Business Insurance, experts do all the homework for you, so you can save up to 20% in 5 minutes.
Byberg. Hey, I still got a delivery to make.
Oh, right.
Thanks.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090J, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on Mello Buckszzz and her album release party turning into one of Chicago's deadliest recent mass shootings.
3 shooters pulled up in a black SUV and opened fire as people were leaving an album release party, as many of them were pouring out of this lounge.
Traumatized. I mean, I'm just shook.
Heard a lot of gunfire, and then and next thing you know is a whole bunch of police officers driving by fast, ambulance, fire rescue.
Absolute chaos. From people screaming to blood on the streets to people laying on the streets.
July 2nd, 2025. A black car drove up, opening fire on a crowd of people gathered outside the Artist Restaurant and Lounge. This was the near North Side neighborhood of Chicago, just blocks away from the luxurious Gold Coast. This whole area was money, business, and luxury. But as big as Chicago is, it can be too small when it comes to violence. And Chicago has time and time again shown us nowhere is safe. CCTV video would show muzzle flashes coming from a black Honda, and in a matter of seconds, 18 people were shot on the sidewalk. One of the worst mass shootings to hit Chicago in recent years, and this wasn't a random act of violence either. This was 100% targeted. A police investigation would learn 24-year-old Chicago rapper Mello Buckszzz was hosting her album release party at the Lounge. Detectives are still unsure who the actual target was, as Mello had already left the area when the shooting erupted. A witness observed the suspect vehicle circle the front of the club to see who was there. When they came back around, they opened fire. Handgun and rifle rounds were recovered, and spent shell casings would be found outside and inside the club, meaning there was more than just the shooters in the vehicle. More than likely, someone was firing back. Law enforcement along with EMS tended to the wounded, rushing victims to the hospital. Of the 18 that had been shot, 4 of them were killed. 25-year-old Leon Henry was shot in the head, 23-year-old Devontae Williamson, 26-year-old Taylor Walker, and 27-year-old Aviance King were all shot in the chest. Chicago's Sun-Times would highlight the rapper Mello Buckszzz appears to claim an affiliation to NLMB, a faction of both Black P. Stones and Gangsta Disciples. A two-set alliance, No Limit, the P-Stones, are based around 79th and Essex. Muskegon Boys, the GDs, are based around 78th and Muskegon. Both areas located within the South Shore neighborhood on the east side of Chicago. NLMB has become nationally known through the rise of drill with rappers like G Herbo and Lil Bibby. But within the city known as Chirac, NLMB is known for allegedly being behind some of the most ruthless murders in Chicago. NLMB has been suspected of killing two brothers years apart. KTS Vaughn would drop a music video that's one of the darkest videos in Chicago drill history. A hoodie saying "fuck your dead homie" would list multiple members of NLMB who were killed, with "get whacked" written at the bottom. And 2 months after the music video dropped, KTS Vaughn got whacked. 5 years later, KTS Dre, the older brother of Vaughn, had just been fitted with an electronic monitor bracelet as he was being released from jail. Exiting the Cook County Jail, he was ambushed and shot 64 fucking times. Back in 2017, 21-year-old rapper Shooter Shells dropped a song called Death of 150. NLMB was known to go by 150 Dream Team, and the song was a direct diss. 3 months later, Shells was walking up to a car at 9:30 in the morning when 3 shooters walked him down, stood over him, and left holes big enough in his head to see through. They fired a total of 43 times. The images of Shooter Shells laying on the floor would hit the internet, and because of that picture, this murder is still to this day considered one of the most brutal. So brutal the feds even investigated it, but were unable to arrest anyone. That same year, a 37-year-old member of NLMB was shot and killed. His name was Big Wet. And the very next day, his 19-year-old son, Lil Wet, would allegedly commit a quadruple murder to avenge his dad. 5 days after the shooting, Lil Wet would be charged with all 4 murders, 2 of his victims being brothers who were visiting their mom at the restaurant she worked at. 4 years later, all charges against Lil Wet were dropped due to lack of evidence. NLMB has a violent, bloody, and deadly reputation, so best believe they have a long list of ops who wouldn't hesitate to kill them. With Mello Buckszz's party being publicized, it's more likely that she wasn't the actual target, but any NLMB members in attendance. Come to find out, NLMB doo-wop could be seen on video being carried from the scene as he was one of the shooting victims. Doo-wop is a known associate of both G Herbo as well as Chief Keef going back years. Mello Buckszzz would take to Instagram heartbroken. Not only did she lose her boyfriend, she lost her 2 best friends, all in the same night. Her album release was supposed to be a pure celebration of her success, but instead has turned to a tragedy that will forever haunt her. Her best friends were taking videos of her all night, posting them to Instagram, and Mello can be seen with an armed security guard following her every step. The crowd inside the lounge seems to be primarily women, and the vibes were harmless. They felt safe, everyone cheering as Mello rapped. But the whole time, men inside of a car lurked around the area, waiting to kill whoever came out. 600 Breezy would take to Instagram paying respects to AV, showing support to Mello, and calling out the shooters saying, "Y'all shot all them girls. Bitches for real. Get out the car and get your target. Innocent women and kids ain't no points." The total number of women shot isn't known at this time, but what is known is 2 were killed, while 4 more were transported to hospitals in critical condition, ranging in ages from 21 to 31, and suffering gunshots to the back, leg, body, and even face. Sadly, Chicago wouldn't be Chicago without the dissing, and YFG Fatso wasted no time.
Ass, think this shit a game. Cool. Most shit too though. If you know, you know. After that though, you know what I'm saying? Hey, tell that redhead bitch who always following behind No Limit. You trolling bitch, that ain't in your hood, but go check on them though, you goofy ass little boy.
I heard a bitch got a free ass shot.
Bitch got a free ass shot.
Yeah.
Doctor for them.
Keep in mind this kid's like 17, but his words have definitely caught everyone's attention. This will be a case that takes priority for detectives in Chicago, as mass shootings with multiple killings are cases where everyone wants an example to be made. Recklessly firing into a crowd that's majority women isn't honored in any hood, but in all reality, is there anything honorable left in the streets? Chicago's seen it all for generation after generation. And even with the fire department literally spraying the blood off the concrete, it's guaranteed the bloodshed doesn't end here. Now, this is rough, and unfortunately, this is Chicago. This is the reality of gangbanging. This is the reality of having an affiliation, whether you're a full-blown gang member, whether you're just an associate. Even knowing certain people can cause anything you do to become targeted. I don't believe Mello Buckszzz was the target of this shooting, but I think they used her event as a means to attempt to catch somebody else. And if you saw the video from the scene, it's just crazy that people will pull up and fire off into a crowd of majority women with no regard for anybody. But then again, it's like, how can you expect them to have regard for anyone when they're pulling up to kill? You know, it's like, it's just a sad situation all the way around the board. She lost her boyfriend and her two best friends in the same night. A night that was meant to celebrate her success. And you know, people are gonna come out with the conspiracy theories and she sold it, all that stupid shit. It's just tough, and I guarantee you she's gonna have survivor's guilt. And that's why they say things like it's lonely at the top. There's always things that happen that make you look at life differently, make you question if you really want this, if you want to keep pushing. And this is just something that she's gonna have to push through. You know, that would be the best way for her to honor her boyfriend and her two best friends, is to keep pushing through, keep finding success, and leave that city in the past. But my condolences to the victim's family and to Mello. Drop y'all's thoughts in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. Until next time.
Here's how I got my team to use Monday Sales CRM and actually like it. Let me start by saying it's so easy to use that I won them over right away. Onboarding was seamless, and now every little detail of our pipeline is in one place. Whether it's legal or sales, everyone can find the smallest details within a few seconds. From changing a status to sending an AI-generated mass email, everything is quick and simple. Then, my team saw how drag and droppable it was, and they got right to work. Color flying and columns were zooming, and not one admin request was in sight. We love how customizable it is. It didn't take long before we created amazing dashboards and automations that perfectly fit our cross-company needs. Now that we all get real value from our CRM, we work more efficiently than ever. Monday Sales CRM. Try it. Your team will thank you.
You want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of my book. That's how you support me. Make sure you smash that like button. Go right now and follow me on TikTok at Trenches News 3837. That's my only TikTok. Yo, it's your boy Trenches News, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Appreciate all the support. Thanks for everyone who subscribed to the channel. If you ain't subbed to my channel, make sure you do. Make sure you join the membership. Shout out to all my mods. If you ain't following my mods, you can follow their ads at the end of the video. Food hygiene, go back up, take it outside. So let's remember, we all one step away from being homeless. I don't care how much money you got or you think you got. Mother Nature could come and destroy everything, and now you homeless. So make sure you get back. With that being said, let's say the kids, the women, the elderly, the neutrons, and the civilians. It's Thursday, y'all. Make sure you keep your head on the swivel. Remember, CPD can't save you or your local police department, so make sure you know where your kids are and your surroundings. If you got kids out there, nieces and nephews, claiming hats, dissing the dead, woofing on the internet, make sure you get life insurance on them so you can bury them properly and won't have to go fund. All right, y'all, I got 2 stories for y'all. First story we talking about is Mello Buckszzz album release party shot up, 4 dead, man. 20 shot. We talking about that, and we talking about 4 shot in the garden. Y'all like Buzz. Look it up. All right, first story we starting up is Mello Buckszzz album release party and Bush shot up. They saying that as people exited the party, 3 gunmen looking for sprayed the crowd, man. But it's crazy because ain't no gang members dead, man. And I don't see no gang members dead. Everybody who died looked like a Fruit Loop or a square. I ain't gonna need to lie to you. But it's consequences and repercussions for bragging about murders, rapping about murders, bragging about what your block doing and shit like that. I always said that as Mello Buckszzz. She nice. She nice on the rapping, man. But, you know, you gotta let a nigga be a nigga, man. You know, females really ain't supposed to be involved in no gang shit. But they allow it. You know what I'm talking about? They shot up her party, so it's safe to say that she was the target, but she didn't get hit. Her friends got hit, and that's where the weirdos come with the sacrifice. You know what I'm talking about? She gonna blow up after this. I see it all. But let's get into this news video, and then I'm gonna come back, man. But condolences to the foe who died, man. Her boyfriend was one of them, and the other 3, 2 girls and another dude, man. Condolences to their family and shit like that, man. Hey, look, ain't no need to go to parties, no places, or none of that. Here go the video, though.
On that breaking news this morning. For more, let's go to Darius Johnson. He's live near Chicago Avenue and Orleans. Darius, what can you tell us at this hour?
Hey, ladies, good morning to you. This morning, what we know is 18 people were injured in all of this. We know that of that 18, 4 people are now dead, 2 men and 2 women. And a city source here at the scene tells us that all of this started once people were leaving an album release party. Once they were outside, a black SUV pulled up and opened fire. They are currently searching for 3 shooters at this time. Take a look behind me right now. And look here, this is everything happened last night. It doesn't appear that anything took place when you're looking at it this morning. I want you to take a look at the video into our news. It tells you a completely different story. See Chicago Avenue blocked off with crime scene tape and police. All of this taking place just before midnight at Artist Lounge on Chicago Avenue. A city source tells us this was an album release party for Chicago female rapper Mello Buckszzz. This was the release of her new album, Hollywood, and this was supposedly a private location. Witnesses say as people were leaving, a black SUV with multiple people inside pulled up and opened fire. In total, 18 people were shot, and the victims range from ages 21 to 32. Many of them are women. We know 4 of them have died, a 24 and 25-year-old man and 2 women whose ages are unknown at this time. We're also learning that the boyfriend of the rapper who held the party, Mello Buckszzz, was among those killed. Outside the lounge, you can see shattered glass, ropes, and clothes scattered along the front of the lounge, and at one point, you can see 2 ladies hugging one another as police swarmed the crime scene. You can also see crime scene technicians taking photos both inside and outside the lounge. Here's what Street Pastor Donovan Price had to say after arriving to a chaotic scene with many people injured, lying on the street, waiting to be assisted.
You know, people wanted to find their other people, find who was alive, finding who was, you know, where their phones were, because they dropped them in the chaos, so they couldn't even couldn't even find their car keys. It's something that you wouldn't expect to find in the city. We have a lot of shootings, but nothing like this.
Right now, there's a statement on your screen.
All you gotta do is
you've never used samples like this before.
Let me show you why I stopped paying for all my other sample libraries. This is Arcade by Output.
kit generator is like the best thing about Arcade that I've seen so far.
Check this out. You can also drag and drop your own samples into Arcade and generate custom playable kits.
Being able to actually take your own stuff and bring it in and instantly have it be a vibe without you having to do any processing, that's pretty sweet.
Generate sample. It's already sounding cool. Oh!
Oh, it already makes it sound so much cooler. In order to get that out of the sample, I would have had to make like a 10 plug-in chain.
This will change the way you make music. So don't wait and download Arcade free today.
How can you get new name brand furniture, tech, or appliances when you don't have the cash or credit to pay today? You don't need a loan or financing. Just rent to own at Aaron's. Shop in-store or online at Aaron's.com, apply for instant approval, and schedule your free delivery. Aaron's lets you pay your way, low monthly payments, or pay weekly with Easy Pay. There's no long-term commitment. You can return or exchange it at any time. Start shopping now at Aaron's.com or at your local Aaron's store.
From rapper Mello Buckszzz, who held the album release party last night. This statement reads in part, "Prayers up for all my sisters." She went on to say, "It feels like everything is weighing down on me, and all I can do is talk to God and pray." Back out here live at this time, again, we're told that SUV pulled up as people were leaving this party. It opened fire, 3 shooters inside. Chicago police currently searching for those 3 shooters at this time. That city source that I've been speaking to throughout the morning tells me while some of the 14 injured have been released from the hospital, there are still others who are in surgery at this time, and the names of those killed have yet to be released. We do know that there is a press conference at 11 o'clock this morning. We will be there. We're expecting to learn more, and we'll be sure to bring all of that information to you as soon as we get it. For now, we're live in River North. I'm Darius Johnson, CBS News, Chicago.
Still a very fluid situation. I know, Darius, thank you so much for that update. Now, this is at least the second mass shooting at this exact same address in River North. In November 2022, 4 people were shot early on a Sunday morning. 1 victim was killed. Days later, Chicago police ordered a summary closure of the venue in operation there at the time known as Hush. It eventually reopened under
It's crazy, man. Shit gotta stop, man. It gotta stop. Like never ending. Now they gonna feel like they gotta get back. Mello Buckszzz and them gonna feel like they gotta go extra than what they went. You know, it only get bigger and bigger and dangerous, man. 3 people, man, out of a black SUV, as they exited out the party, they sprayed it, which let me know is they had to drop on them. Either somebody dropped the low or they watched everybody live because everybody was in there on live. You know, they saying that Mello was moving right, that she had security inside, man. Well, hey, look, I don't need no security inside if these the people who I trust already. I need y'all ass outside with y'all badges on, with y'all police cars, lights on and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody be talking about some snitch K and 12K and all that. You know what I'm talking about? But look, y'all could have paid $75 to park on each corner in the middle of that motherfucker. It would have cost y'all $500, man. Off-duty polices, whatever. And y'all could have been safe, bro. The killers would have rolled up and kept it moving, bro, and y'all would have lived another day. But long as we got people, oh man, I don't need 12. I'm my own security. Keep getting bent up like laundry. You know what I'm talking about? But condolences to them people, man. The 2 guys, I don't know if they from No Limit, but you know, I ain't never seen them, man. Hey, when I say No Limit, when I say O Block, when I say all these blocks, I'm talking about the active members, man. I ain't talking about the niggas on injury reserve or created players or none of that. I'm talking about the people who we see woofing, doing shit, and known killers. When I say they from there. Other than that, man, just fall back, bro. You just want to be in the mix and you're going to get killed being in the mix, man. That's all that's going to happen for you, you know? And that's just advice from Trenches News, bro. If you ain't in a mix, to all females, stop being ninjas, man. Stop trying to be a male. Hey, look, stop trying to challenge a male. Stop trying to go back and forth.
Are you feeling stuck with $10,000 or more in debt and all the interest that comes with it?
Try National Debt Relief, as seen on the Wall Street Journal podcast.
I didn't even know how I was going to buy food for my kids. I felt immediate relief.
I had over $36,000 in debt. If I would have just made the minimum payments, it would have taken me 15
about dead homies and all that shit, bro. Hey, look, because if you in some street shit and you woofing, talking about people snitch and all that, when you get caught, you got to be able to deal with it. Don't call 12 once you get caught. You got to be able to deal with it, man. You know, this shit got to stop, though, man. It's people dying out here. Rareo just got killed in front of his kids. You know what I'm talking about? TP got killed in front of his kids. You know, parents losing kids, innocent people dying. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I know Mello hurt, man. She just lost 4 friends, bro. And she ain't lose, like, the Drench gang and all that. No Limit Doo-Wop did get shot in the leg. He was carried off, but he good. He good, man. You know, the numbers keep on changing on the news. They keep on saying 14-4, 18-4, 24. Hey, look, you know what I'm talking about? Just don't worry about all that. 4 people died, man. 4 people died. The rest of them good for right now, but 4 people died. You know, and that shit crazy, bro. Hey, it didn't happen out west either. It happened River North area, the Gold Coast area, around the area where Duck and them got killed at, and Cabrini Green, around that area. Shit like that. Where the old Cabrini Green at, I'm going to assume, you know. But last night when they said Chicago Avenue, I'm thinking it was out west. I was half asleep, though. But, you know, just keep your head on the swivel, man. And then last but not least, I had another mass shooting in the Gardens. 4 people shot. 4 people shot up, sprayed, you know. Just got to stop, man. We don't own none of these blocks, man. And we don't own shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? No stores, no hangout spots, no none of that. So for us to be riding around talking about we winning and we won, yeah, you ain't won yet. You ain't won until you get that sack and move your whole family out the hood and get on and live life and be successful, bro. That's what winning is. You ain't winning when you stuck in the hood. You got on a watch and chain, but you stuck on 79th. You count $100,000, but you live in O Block. You ain't won. You ain't winning. On there, you surviving, man. But y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think, man. It's crazy, bro. Like I said, Mello Buckszzz, condolences to her friends, her 4 friends. You know, they was having a good time. She had good intentions, but the past to catch up to you. They said they was woofing at a guy from 95th Street. He died. Some guy named Drills died. Say No Limit was trolling him. Then you got the KTS beef. You know, you don't know where it came from, man. But y'all get in the comments, let me know what y'all think. Hey, shout out Made Media Magazine. Make sure y'all go and run up his page. Got my latest interview over there. Shout out Big Head Big Boy DD. Big Head DD. I ain't got it right now. But shout out to him, man. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to his channel. Shout out to all my mods in the mod squad. Yeah, it was crazy last night, man. I'm sitting there in the bed, nodding off. My wife telling me it's a mass shooting, you know. And then, you know, it added up. It started adding up more. And, you know, it ended up being Mello Buckszzz. You know, it was just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Y'all be safe this summer. Protect yourself. Tell your kids you love them. Hug them. Because you don't know when they come back home. I'm out.
Battleship sunk. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy submarine spotted. Attention. Reporting the target position.
Police believes Mello Buckszzz was the target. People wanted her dead. That this was aimed for her. Somebody shot at a crowd of girls because they believe that Mello Buckszzz was in that crowd.
He always got the good content, man, for sure. Yeah. And I don't know for sure if it was a second.
You know, this is crazy. Hit the like button. Go on this video 1,000 likes. You know, when that shooting happened, Mello wasn't in the crowd that was shot at. You know, it was a lot of people shot. I'm talking about a lot of people. Most of them were females. Don't get me wrong, it was 2 men that got killed. It was men that got shot. But for the most part, women took the most brute force of this shit here. And the police believed that it was all intended for Mello Buckszzz. This was retaliation for some gang shit that might have happened. Now, we know earlier that day, a guy named Drills lost his life. He was killed. a lot of people point to him as the reason why this shooting happened.
It seems like everybody was shocked that this happened. An unlikely, place, even though, rap has this kind of thing that people expect, in Chicago especially. And so a female rapper from Chicago in River North, it could be a recipe for
It's
disaster.
a lot of people angry. It's a lot of people mad at Mello Buckszzz too. It's a lot of people feel like, look, she shouldn't have no party like this if you ain't got the right kind of security. You ain't got real polices up there. You got these hood ass Instagram security guards. That shit not gonna work, man. Shit go down. These gang banging street niggas, they don't respect shit like that. They really only respect force. So, you put these people's lives in danger. That's what some people saying. Mello Buckszzz put some people's lives in danger by having this ghetto ass album release party. I mean, people have album release parties. It kind of create a buzz for their album finna drop. You get your family and friends to support you and shit like that. So I get it. I don't know if I can 100% point her out and say it's her fault. But you do got to be better when you have these kind of events in Chicago. What do you expect? An event in Chicago on the weekend with a lot of people, liquor, weed. Shit, this is a recipe for somebody's going to get killed. At the end of the day, somebody going to get killed. This is the kind of recipe that was. Police say they believe she was targeted. You know what? And if we learned anything from this street shit, if we learned anything from like FBG Duck case, we learned anything from like Bloodhound and Monty and Rob, and we learned anything from these cases, then we know that the FBI is gonna jump on this shit and everybody gonna be in trouble. If we learn from 800 TJ, we learn if you go to the internet, you start talking about these crimes and doing shit like this. Then we didn't learn later on in life, the FBI tends to come and lock people up for them kind of conversations. As crazy as that sounds. So I believe whoever did this is going to jail. There was a lot of women shot. It was 4 people killed. It's people fucked up, bullet wounds all in their backs, legs, arms, shoulders. Yes, I believe eventually the FBI gonna pick this up, and a lot of people gonna go to jail. Remember, the FBI has a strong conviction rate. And if we don't learn anything from other drill rappers and shit like that, things like that, they don't play about, Now, you just out here killing motherfuckers on the street, riding past and doing a drive-by, you got a chance. You go outside of a party, downtown community. Montino was killed downtown. Duck was killed downtown. You learn anything, Zach TV lost his life downtown. Police arrested everybody involved in each one of those murders. They let the people go doing Zach murder because they said it was mutual combat, but they did find him. So if we learned anything about killing somebody downtown, the FBI gonna pick that up and you're gonna go to jail. So I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this, but the police believes that Mello Buckszzz was targeted. Remember, she lost her boyfriend.
This YN stuff. I'm so empty. Yeah. I'm so empty. Yeah. I'm so empty. Yeah. I'm so empty. Yeah, you got
I'm talking about it.
She lost her close friends. People say she lost her brother. I don't know. Remember, we got a thing that people call brothers in the city. So I don't know if that's just a homie who she called her brother or her real brother. Doo-Wop got shot. We know about L. Peasy, who lost his life. He actually the brother of Rock. And everybody know about Rock when it comes to the whole NLMB movement. So, yeah, that's crazy. A lot of people feel like that man got killed drills. And, that was retaliation for it. And his friends even speak on, being mad about him dying. YG Festo was real close to drills. He speak about drills as if, motherfuckers gonna get it for that. For motherfuckers doing that shit to drill, motherfuckers gonna get it.
Niggas was just trolling. It's our turn, bitch.
Everybody got to switch.
It's our turn, bitch.
Then later on that night, Mello Buckszzz party was shot up. Now, I'm not insinuating YG Festo. I'm just talking about, he said that motherfuckers gonna get it because his friend Drills got killed. And that party was shot up. So I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. But Mello Buckszzz gotta be careful because the police believes somebody wanted to kill her and take her life in revenge to hurt gang members for a murder that happened to their gang. And a lot of people pointing at drills. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to tell me the truth.
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive with the unrelenting activity and combined history of its players. Pursuing lives of adventure, warfare, and prosperity, they share this existence in the biggest single shard, free-to-play MMO of all time. Set 21,000 years in the future, EVE takes place in a distant cluster of over 7,000 star systems known as New Eden. It is a rich and diverse universe of relative safety, governed by 4 great rules. Even regions of anomalous and unexplored space that hold their own secrets. You play as Capsuleer, a revered breed of highly trained pilot, achieved immortality through the use of cloning technology. You navigate the universe encased in an armored capsule deep within your ship. You have complete moral control and function